Okay, this is a response to the illustration of the God versus free will paradox solution. And I'm really impressed by the manner in which you express and you expose your pattern of thinking. But I would like to challenge you with this option. In your graphic, you start with a straight line in which you present the past, the present, and the future, and you eliminate the part of the future, and you say that time ends at the present. Well, how about this? There is no such a thing as present. Why I say that? Because life is a continuous movement from the past towards the future. There is not a single moment that you can actually freeze and say, this is the present. Even as I speak to you, my words, which are in the future, as soon as they're spoken or expressed, they become past, instantaneously. One fraction of a second in the future, as soon as it becomes evident, it becomes past. We can say present time, like today is a present time, or this hour is a present time, or this minute is a present time. But if you think about it, it's simply a transition, a constant, non-stop, continuous transition from the future to the past. Everything that I have said from the beginning of this video, it's already past. So, because we live in a physical universe which existence demands the necessity of time for itself to exist, for the universe itself to exist, implies that everything transitions from future to the past. Now, God is not limited to a linear timeline. God can exist within the timeline, and He can exist outside of the timeline. Better yet, God can express Himself or act within the timeline, but He is not bound by the time. Actually, He invented time. He created time when He created the whole universe. As I said, the whole creation cannot exist outside of a timeline. So, if God created the universe, and He did that with a purpose, He did that willingly, He did that because it was His desire, His intention to do it. He did that in His mind. That universe, which was not created yet, already existed. If God is eternal in past and eternal in the future, then everything that He created existed since eternity past to eternity future in His mind, not physically. Therefore, For God, there is no such a thing as past, and there is no such a thing as future. To Him, all the history of the creation, from Genesis 1 all the way to the Great White Throne Judgment, it's a continuous present. There is no past, there is no future to Him. Everything is displayed before Him in real time and in all its details. Therefore, God, even before God created this universe, God already knew the end of it. Therefore, everything that from within our perspective goes from, again, relate to your graphic, initial graphic, a timeline, everything that goes from past, going all the way back to the Big Bang or the creation, and the future, which actually ends at the Great White Throne Judgment. That's we're talking about the life, the existence of this universe. It's already displayed before Him, and something that is already in front of Him is something consummated. It's not dependent on anything that we do or say or think or could possibly do. We are in a transition mode from past towards the future. We know the past because we traveled that path. We don't know the future because we haven't traveled it yet. But the future is already there, because from God's perspective, the beginning, it's known from the end, and the end, it's known from the beginning. Therefore, every single decision, choice that we make during our lifetime is already displayed before God. It's not a matter of we doing those choices. It's a matter of God, through His omnipotence, guiding that process to follow that which is already a consummated fact, consummated history. I don't know if I made myself clear, but anyway, I wanted to present this challenge.